Hello and welcome to a second round of ESR Sunday Ranked Racing. I'm Andrew D and we have two races today starting in California at Laguna Seca with the TC Cup and WTCR cars or front wheel drive hot hatches. This is ranked racing, so we're coming off a replay, which means we don't have any quali footage. So we'll just skim down the field and maybe quickly check the quali times before we get started. Up front here we have Sebastian Holes driving an Audi. Behind him we have Keith Hurst in a Renault Megane. Behind him Martin Facundo in a Honda Civic. In fourth place we have our first ESR driver, Martin Edmonds, in a Link. Then we have a few ESR drivers, David Feet in another Megane. Behind him in sixth, Martin Smith in a Hyundai. We've got Takahide in the Alfa Romeo, and I believe he's the last ESR driver. Then we have Christian Senna in a Volkswagen GTI, Jamie Comasana in a Hyundai, Jeff Portwain in an Audi, Pablo Montero in the only Lada, Patricio Astudillo in another GTI, and rounding out the field we have J92, we'll call it, in a Hyundai. Well, I was going to have a quick look at qualifying, and then I kind of remembered that really the ESR guys are just coming out here for some fun racing. They probably don't know the car very well or the track. The goal here is just to get practice racing and have some fun. So I decided to go straight to the race, and we are underway. A little ways ahead there, I see, I think that's Martin Smith in the green Hyundai. He's a little wide. And a slide by Takahide. That sends him back through the field. Further up front here, Sebastian Holes, who did start in first. Now back to third. A little bump from Martin there. Sebastian tries to get second back. That was Martin Edmonds, by the way, not Martin. There's several Martin here. I think the Martin that just got passed was Martin Facundo. Into the corkscrew. Kind of a bad angle here, not seeing all the cars very well. I see someone went through the dust. But everyone still seems to be on track. A little slide there in the black Megane. Nice thing about front wheel drive is the slides are more recoverable. But that doesn't really make the car any easier to go fast. Everyone else has the same ease of correcting on slides. So we've sort of, well, a little past there by Jamie Comasana. But we're getting ourselves sorted out here. Where are we doing? We've got Martin Edmonds up in third, so that's our best ESR driver at the moment. Let's see, David Feet down in sixth, Martin Smith in seventh, and Takahide's down in 11th. Pick up the race with Jeff Portwain. And he's got Takahide right behind him. Takahide's taking a peek, but no, door closed. I don't think he's going to be able to make anything of this going into this corkscrew. Someone went wide and over the sand. I think that was Senna. Oh, Takahide's trying to make a pass on the outside here, and he's made it stick. As he comes into the last corner of the lap. So for the time being, the Lada is not proving to be super fast. Jeff Portwayne still on Takahide's butt, so this race isn't over yet. And he sneaks in underneath Takahide and manages to get in front of him before the next corner. Or I thought he had, but there was a little door open there. Still, he's keeping that for the time being. Takahide's taking another run at him. See if you can get something coming into the corkscrew here. I think he was outbraked. Yep, Takahide's still in behind. Oh, and Portwayne is off the track. That gives Takahide a easy pass. Up to second place here with Sebastian hunting down Hurst. Not close enough to be a real threat yet. Now on board with Martin Smith, a little further, well, pretty much midfield. He's got David Feet in front of him. Oh, you could see David had a slip through the corner. That's to Martin's favor. Into the corkscrew. Kind of like that, where the road completely disappears on you. And who's that who came? Oh, that's Hurst. That's gonna hurt him. Closes the door down the inside. Nope, door open. Looks like Sebastian's gonna try and squeak through, and he does. Back with David Feet again in front of him. He's got Martin Smith. Right behind him, J92. Oh my goodness. Martin Smith, I don't know what happened there. He suddenly went to the inside, and I think he just touched the car in front, and that took him out. And J92 is now trying to get around David Feet. Off into the sand. That's not the way to do it. David Feet manages to hang on to now for 6th position. And the field is spreading out a bit. This is kind of the only car that's got even something that where you can see the guy in front of you. Never mind race with him. David Feet is slowly catching up to Komasan. But Portwain is still the bigger threat right now to Takahide. J92 had taken a run at David Feet, and that had not worked out well, but it looks like he's closing in again. We've got a few little battles developing now around the racetrack. Jeff Portwain still putting a little bit of pressure on Takahide. And quite a bit of pressure. He almost made it through, and I think he is going to make it through. Takahide definitely got the braking zone right on that corner, takes his position back. Almost loses it again though to Jeff Portwain. But for now he's good. Martin Smith is coming up behind J92 now, who in turn is still, I think, putting pressure on David Feet. J92 with Martin right behind him. Kind of a sketchy block. Oh, David's trying to take a run. No, door closed. These two packs are slowly getting closer to each other, so we might just have a plain 4-pack here. Okay, Martin's going to take another whack at this. Little bump. I don't know if we'll get to see the full run, but I want to see if J92 is actively trying to cut Martin off. Around the outside this time. Got a nose up on him, but he's too far out wide. Two laps to make progress. Sorry, 1 lap to make progress. Well, we're on lap 9. We got to do 9 and 10. It's looking like 4 cars going into the corkscrew. And again, I saw J92 cut Jamie got the worst of that, and so did Martin Smith. Yeah. Looks like J92 has had an internet failure. That'll make Martin Smith happy. And that's buggering up the race order. It'll get sorted out probably by the end of the race. As we pick up the show with Sebastian Holes, who has been quietly walking away with this. Through the last couple of corners. Puts Sebastian in first place, Keith Hurst in second. Martin pulls off a quiet third. Martin Edmonds, that is. I guess I better be specific. Martin Facundo in fourth. David Feet pulls off a fifth. Jamie Comasena in sixth. Martin Smith in seventh. Tackide in eighth. Port Wayne in ninth. And I think the last running car is going to be Patricia Astudillo. Patricio, I should say. And he crosses the finish line to end race one. For race two, we move over to Germany at the Sachsenring, and we change cars to a GTR 4, which is a back-wheel drive car. So nice little switch there. There's a bit of an error in the grid here, so it's showing Martin Smith as being in second, but that's not true. He's actually qualified first. And to get to Martin, I can't go the normal way. I've got to force the issue. So Martin Edmonds is in second, not first. But either way, we've got two ESR drivers on the front. Then we've got Pedro Gomez in third, and I've seen Pedro's name before. I'm pretty sure he raced in the multi-class series that we had, and he might be in the current multi-class series. I can't remember. And I think he's in class 2. Behind him we have Torsten Witt, not ESR. Takahide, ESR for sure. David Feet, ESR. Jeremy Reeder, that's a new name that I've seen popping up. Pretty sure he's ESR now. Igor Soiker, I'm gonna guess, in 8th. And the last of a short field is Ricardo Costa, and I'm not sure if I recognize that name either. So there might be a few more ESR players than I think here today. Anyway, let's move on to the race then. Okay, just about ready to go. 9 cars. A little bit of a small field, but 9 cars is still good for racing. Pedro gets a good start and finds out that the Porsche is a little bit tail heavy. So considering that he slid right into traffic, really most people got through not too badly. And we're on board with Igor, and he does seem to be fighting that steering wheel quite a bit. Torsten uses the back end. A little tap into the wall. Probably not too badly damaged. And Takahide will take that, thank you very much. And he also gets one for free. Gets around Ricardo as well. Now Pedro has gone from momentarily in first to last place. But he picks off one right there, Pedro. Not Pedro, sorry. Who did he pick off? Witt. Ricardo Costa running in 6. Takahide in front of him and David Feet in front of him. So potentially 3 ESR cars altogether, or ESR and affiliates. And Ricardo's looking down the inside of Takahide. Takahide runs a little bit too wide. And Ricardo will keep that one, thank you very much. And he's going after David Feet as well. I'm not sure how Takahide smashed up his front end. I wonder if he was involved in that first lap incident. Either way, he gets around David Feet. So the car seems to be doing okay despite the damage. And I think Pedro probably suffered a bit of damage too because his wheel is a little bit kinked. I didn't realize he had someone right beside him. So he's working on 2 positions from the back. Someone off there. I think that's T. Witt. That gives him 3 positions back. Jeremy Reeder all by himself at the moment. Gets set up to come down the back straight. Oh, he's a little bit loose. That is a wall hit. Although perfectly sideways. Maybe not too much damage. Igor back in 8th, eyeing up David Feet. Pedro is now going to see if he can take down Takahide. Getting on the backstretch, down the hill. He's got the inside. I think he's going to take this. This is a nice open corner to get through. Can easily go 2x2 through there. And if you've got the speed, you're going to get through. So that puts Pedro up into 4th after going all the way to the bottom. Igor still eyeing up David Feet. Up front here, we haven't seen too much of these guys. We got Martin Smith and Martin Edmonds. So somehow Martin got away, probably in that original mishap. Managed to get into first place. Back to Igor. Igor's looking, but he's not close enough to do anything. Oh, Martin's a little bit off into the toolies there. So Martin Smith's pressure is maybe getting to Martin a bit. And Martin Smith is still a little ways back, so not looking for any doors open just yet. Oh, and Igor is off into the sand. That takes the heat off of David for a bit. And even Witt gets be in front of him. Martin Smith a little bit back, but seemed to take that corner slightly differently and looked like it caught up a bit. I really don't know how much these two cars handle differently, so probably don't have to take a different line. Now Pedro's eyeing up 3rd position. And easily slips through. He's been cutting through the field pretty quickly. Torsten is now giving David Feet problems. And behind him, Igor is getting back into the game. Oh dear, David's a little bit wide. I see his car is pretty bashed up, so his car might not be handling that well. Iger's going to try and do it 2 by 2 around the outside. I don't think he can pull that off though in the last corner. He has to do it in the second to last corner. Then again, I could be wrong. And I would have been wrong, except he slid a little bit of contact there. So David gets yet another hit against his car. At this point though, I don't think it matters. And I'd swear Martin is just a little bit more down Martin Edmonds' backside. David's still trying to hold off Igor. Door is open here. Let's see if Igor takes a run at it. And yeah, I could see that David went off into the sand a bit. Martin's up on Martin's tail, but bad line, so he drops back. Let's see, we got 11 laps and we're on lap 9. I think Martin Smith probably has a slightly faster car, but that doesn't mean he's going to find a way around. And David is not falling off behind Igor, even though Igor managed to get by. Igor is off into the sand. This will give David a chance to at least get out of last place. And Martin has to work with the wheel quite a bit through that set of corners. Alright, Martin Smith's trying to take a run out the outside, down the outside. Oh, he's sliding a bit. That's going to leave Martin in first place. Martin keeps his momentum up there through the last corner. Last lap. See if Martin Smith can find a hole. Comes in wide. Catches up a little bit here, but he's not going to be able to pass through here. Whoa, almost lost it, but hang on. Hung on. Now, if you could carry some momentum through here, you might be able to get a run down on the straight stretch. You know, he's got a nice wide corner down at the end. You can take either side. Not quite. Doesn't look like anything's doing. he doesn't get him here, I don't think he's going to take him through the last corner. Yeah, Martin's through the last corner clean. Martin Edmonds. And he's going to take a win on that one. With Martin Smith, a good solid second. And Pedro, who had his disaster at the beginning, as a distant third. I'm not sure if he would be in the mix or way out ahead if he hadn't crashed. Ricardo brings home fourth. Jeremy Reeder looks like he's going to pull off a fifth. Takai at 6. The heavily bashed up car. And these guys are still duking it out. But David is getting the best of that by the looks of things. And manages to pick off a 7th. But really, all the way to the end, all the cars running. Very good. A quick summary of the race results then. Although, really, I think most of the guys today that are showing up from ESR are just doing it more for getting into decent wheel-to-wheel battles, and I think we can say we saw quite a few of those in both races. Some at the front all the way to some at the back, so didn't matter where you tend to be in the field, there was always someone to race with, or often someone to race with, which was good for us. We love to see a good battle. So, having said that, the top 3 in race 1 is Sebastian, Keith, and Martin Edmonds, so our lone ESR guy in the first race. And in race 2, we have the 2 Martins in the top 2 positions, so Martin Edmonds and Martin Smith in 1 and 2, and Pedro Gomez in 3rd. So that's it for this round of ranked racing, and don't forget December 18th, this Saturday, for the next multi-league, multi-class race at Zhuhai.